Alright, we're in the Shell 2 core. We gotta find Ames. A lot of hostages here. Now, we don't know anything about Ames, aside from Ames's name is Ames. We don't know Ames' age, gender, appearance. But if you know a little bit of the lore, you would know that Ames is actually Nastasha Romanenko's ex-husband. That is a plot point that I believe is revealed in one of the, I believe it's called The Truth Behind Shadow Moses. It's a publication that is included in all versions of MGS2. So you would know at least that Ames is a man of, like, marriage age. This is a texture glitch also, and is not meant to be, like, a statement. This is literally just an oversight. And there is a mod for the PC version that corrects it. Oh. The lavatory. Oh, there's a bathroom there. Okay. What about in here? No one in there? Okay. Well, in any case, we know with some extra context that Ames, you know, might be a man that someone could marry, but we know also from just observation, you can see his head is nice and smooth here. But when we zoom out, look how polygonal this man's head is. Look at that. Can you see that? He's a much lower poly model until we start looking at him. Well, someone in this room is much higher poly than everyone else, and it's this guy here. And also, yeah, he never changes on normal. So, spoilers, it's really easy to find out that this is Ames. It's really, really easy. Hey, do you know what else is easy to find out? That the D-Mic, for some reason, is a weapon. That's Ames. Let's just...
You're Ames, aren't you?
Yeah. You're supposed to listen to his heartbeat, but it's kind of visually very obvious because I remember even on a CRT being able to tell, wait, this is the only unique NPC in this entire goddamn room.
You must be Ames. Keep still and listen to me. I'm not a terrorist. I got in here using one of their uniforms.
Shaving your head and going, man, that's polygonal. Oh, yeah.
Who told you about me?
An informer calling himself Mr. X, dressed like a ninja.
It's funny that everyone says Mr. X is dressed like a ninja. I mentioned this with MGS1. I think the cyborg ninja in
I'm Richard Ames.
MGS1
Secret Service.
was the first time,
No,
at least
sent in by the
popularly,
London
there was a
just like you.
design that looked like this. Oh, who's that? Oh my god, it's Ocelot. Ocelot's here. Ocelot's
So
here.
I'll be brief. How about
Maybe
pursue
things will
medical
start
patients
happening.
first?
Anyway, yeah, I think it's odd that they keep describing Mr. X as looking
Right,
like a
son.
ninja,
Stop
because, like,
safety.
what part of that looks like a ninja, really? He hates it. He's also not having a good time watching these cutscenes. Look, also, we're talking, we're standing right next to each other, talking over the
Almost
codec.
certainly. He was moved to the first floor of Shell
So no
Service
one can
Force.
hear us, even though they continually show us that you need to talk in order to use the codec, maybe because there was no way to deliver all of this dialogue in an interesting way. So, you know, the codec works how it needs to in the cutscenes.
Retaliation after the SEAL 10 disaster, remember?
What are you talking about?
Oh, look,
Regardless of
it
what
sounds
they
like
think
we're
about
being
the
fed a bunch of
hostages,
lies,
they
and
won't
Ames
touch
is
the
very,
president.
What makes you so
suspicious of it.
sure?
The case.
You mean the nuclear button they took?
Right. And the case
But at
won't do
least
a
we're at
thing
the
by
point of the
itself.
game where we're rescuing
The case may
hostages.
be
That's
the
cool.
single most advanced example of a weapons failsafe system.
That's
The
neat.
password is nothing less than the physiological
Ocelot,
data
that's just like
of
Metal
the
Gear
US
Solid 1. I
president.
wonder what it means.
Physiological data.
The president's own vital signs, heartbeat, brainwave pattern, blood pressure, and so on are constantly monitored and relayed by his internal nanomachines. This information, along with the DNA pattern, serve as a biometric password, unbreakable even by the latest parallel
Okay.
processor supercomputers. The password entry itself cannot be performed unless brainwave patterns and heartbeats fall within normal parameters, rendering
So the
chemical and
president
other
is
forms of
basically like
coercion
the PAL
impractical.
card
In
now.
other words, the login must be made of the president's
Okay,
pain-free
so we're
will.
gonna have to heat
As a
and
fail-safe,
cool the
the
president,
input
I
must
guess.
also be reconfirmed hourly, even after the initial login.
We're gonna have to
If
get him like
valid
a nice
confirmation is
warm
not
fuzzy
forthcoming, the
blanket,
system will
and then
automatically
like get him a
cancel the
nice
login.
like. Well, we
That's
did see a
why
cool
they can't
drinks
harm the
machine.
president.
At least until the bird flies.
The bird.
Is there really a new model of Metal Gear here?
Absolutely.
Oh.
The black case
Okay.
serves as the launch key to Metal Gear as well.
Why would they
Yeah,
hide
heat the
Metal
president,
Gear
cool the
in an
president.
offshore
Okay, okay.
planet?
Haven't they told you anything? The entire thing was planned.
What?
The oil spill, the tanker accident that caused it.
What?
The big shell was built specifically for the development of a new Metal Gear model. The inspection tour was to check its progress.
What's going on around here?
Wait. Here comes Snake.
All right, I'm gonna say it again. I'm gonna say it
Use the
again.
microphone to listen in.
We can barely see his face, but just keep in mind that if we're playing this in Japanese, if we're playing this in the original language, we're hearing Akio Otsuka come out of that man. So just pretend that it sounds like David Hayter for any of this to work.
It doesn't matter. Saved us the trouble of getting rid of him ourselves.
Now this character is voiced by John Saigan, I believe,
Who knows?
is how it's supposed to
They're
be
a
pronounced.
band of
Rest in
lunatics
peace.
to begin
His
with.
performance is
Nothing
awesome.
they do should come as a surprise.
I'll have his background rechecked, just in case.
You think he was working
Like, his
for them?
performance is goddamn awesome. No disrespect. He does such a great job.
Intruder still at large.
But also, like, the ruse doesn't work now because we can tell it's not Solid Snake. Also, hey,
To come all the way to New York just to get hit with a bowel attack.
a bowel attack in the lavatory?
Oh. This one's worse than that one up in Alaska.
Worse than the one up in Alaska.
Come to think of it, that commander chick really reminds me of someone.
Oh, the lady who's supposed to sound like Meryl reminds you of someone?
Oh yeah, she's like her.
Yeah.
Now that's a time I'd like to forget.
Well, as much as we'd like to listen to him, let's
So it must be.
listen to this a little bit. We got to get some of the plot. But yeah, there's a guy
What about
stuck
the
in the
damage
bathroom
to
over
Shell
there.
2?
It's the same guard from MGS1.
For the contaminated water has been damaged.
They brought him here,
Water being drawn
which
in
makes
is
sense because, you know, Gorlukovich was supposed to team up with Ocelot and give us more crew. So I guess some of the Genome soldiers are here as well, the ones that survived.
Our sensors are
Oh,
already in place.
we got more
Any
bombs?
effect on it?
No,
What about the president?
the password entry is already
Oh, no.
made to the black case.
So we are going to have to
1
heat the
hour
president and
awaiting
cool the
confirmation
president.
From him. His work is done after that.
Make sure you keep him alive until then.
Yes, I know.
What about the unit's activation?
Almost complete.
Need an infographic that shows Ocelot labeled cowboy and then Ocelot without his revolvers that just says some guy. Yeah.
No, the drugs took care of everything.
Only a few more steps to outer heaven.
Outer heaven. So yeah, again, this character, I love his performance, but he's meant to sound like Solid Snake, so the ruse doesn't really work.
Ninja, Shalashaska.
I cannot even guess.
What about you?
I'm having the matter looked into.
Olga, don't cast suspicion where it isn't due.
So not only are they all suspicious of each other, we're supposed to be suspicious of who the hell is even talking now, because it sounds like
Let it go.
Meryl and Solid Snake and Ocelot are all in cahoots.
Olga.
But we know that that's
Me.
I know
Olga.
that the ninja is not one of my men.
How meaningful you make that sound. If Sergei were still alive.
If the old man were still alive, I wouldn't need to take orders from you.
Olga, Sergei was my best friend.
Is that how you treat your best friends, Ocelot?
I'll
You shoot
kill
them?
myself.
Listen,
We
Thomas,
remember.
Sergei. Don't
We
ever
remember
let
that
me see your
Ocelot
gun
shot
pointed at me
Gorlukovich,
again.
so there is a lot of infighting here. Look at this guy over here. He just don't care.
Instead,
Stop
Oh,
it.
look, he's spinning it.
I took you both in when no one else would. You think any government would have you as irregulars in this political climate? The worst kind of wet works, maybe. But even that's doubtful. I recommend against switching camps.
Look at him with his
You've
dramatic
nowhere
coat.
left to go.
Oh, he's so cool. Solid Snake, the leader of the terrorists, with your stark white hair and your big cape and your jet black. I mean, it kind of looks like he's wearing the sneaking suit. He's got the big collar from MGS1. Oh, what's going on here?
It's happening again.
This damn right arm. Liquid.
Liquid.
It's almost as if it's having its revenge.
How much do you think we spent on that arm in Lyon? The best transplant surgery team in the world.
I never trust a Frenchman.
Oh, he hates the French. Oh. Why? Yeah, zap it with
There's
something.
something going on. The incidents are becoming more frequent. Maybe that man's
That man?
presence.
Ocelot, I leave this place in your hands.
Well, at least one of them. The
I
other
have
hand is
Intruder
liquid. We
to
just
take care
established
of.
that.
Yes, King.
King. Okay, okay. Some cool dudes showing up.
Is that really Solid Snake?
That's what he claims.
And it's also what he sounds like in Japanese, but I mean, we're playing in
Solid Snake
English.
did die.
But,
But he's also here in the shell. Either he's
yeah,
survived
I
or-
know I keep repeating the same point, but I mean, this makes no sense in English. This literally makes 0 sense. Because, again, I remember playing this the first time and going,
They said
what is
password
Blood
information
waffling about, man? That's some old guy. That's some old guy who's, like, every line is super horny, just like Ocelot.
That's right.
But that's not Solid Snake. Iroquois Pliskin is Solid Snake. Are you motherfuckers blind and deaf?
Probably
What
tired
is
of
up
being
with you?
puppet.
So I think, like,
It was their
I just,
smart
I'm
move to
sorry.
betray us.
To say that this game is perfect
We're
with
running
no
out of time.
flaws, and
They will fire a nuke.
again, I
What do you
don't
do
have
for that?
complaints with the
Fire the
English
nuke,
version. I
but it's
have
nowhere close to
complaints
the ransom
with
deadline.
people saying,
Ransom.
$30
with people who only
billion
play the
in
English
cash.
version, saying
What
it's
are you
like this
babbling
perfect
about?
masterpiece
The
with no
nuclear
flaws.
strike is
Because
not
it's
a
like,
threat.
no,
It's
that's a
been the
questionable
objective of the law.
localization
They
decision,
plan to
man.
slaughter millions of people.
No, a high-altitude detonation. You've heard of the Compton effect?
Oh yeah, this is
Disruption
important.
of electronic equipment caused
Emma.
by EMMA.
Oh, EMMA, different from
Textbook
Emma.
answer. Well, when an average nuclear warhead goes off within the atmosphere, the result is an electromagnetic
So this is
pulse of
important.
up to
This
50
is
billion megawatts.
terrorist leader
The
Solid
EMMA
Snake's
field can
plan
reach tens of
is
thousands of volts
he wants
per
to
minute, and most
explode a
electronic
nuke
equipment will be
high up
from a
in the
distance.
atmosphere.
If one of the key movers of
And,
world economy
yeah,
stops
just
functioning,
completely
it
stop
could
all
mean the
electronics.
beginning of a global depression.
But that isn't their aim. What they plan to do is liberate
Yep, and
Manhattan,
liberate
pull
Manhattan.
it offline and turn it into some kind of
And if we're to
republic.
take what
Yes,
Solid
Sons of
Snake
Liberty,
there
I
was
suppose.
saying.
Sons of
Yeah, I guess he's gonna turn. I guess
I'm
King
going
terrorist
offline.
leader Solid Snake wants to turn Manhattan into the new Outer Heaven. That's a cool plot, right?
Search for
That sounds cool. It would be nice if it wasn't delivered so kind of throwaway.
security card. You'll
Oh,
be
look,
able
we
to
got
unlock
another
doors
key
up
card
to
so
level 3
quickly.
security. Use it to get to Shell 2.
Yeah,
Take
neat.
care of the president before they launch
We
the
got
nuke.
to escape from New York with Iroquois Snake Pliskin. Call him Snake. That's what everyone calls him. Anyway, shut the hell up. It's Ocelot. He's tired of this bullshit. He is ready for the game to get moving and get grooving. So let's just take out our AK.
What do you think you're doing?
I asked him to remove these. I'm ill, you see.
I always knew that the DIA turned out second-rate liars.
See, I hate this game
What are you talking about?
until someone cool shows up. Now I'm like, yeah, it's Ocelot.
We know what you are.
Oh, he's so cool.
Ames. They knew that the president was planning to betray them.
That's why I say that I have mixed feelings, registered trademark, about this game. Because, man, when cool stuff starts to happen, it's real cool.
Colonel, you failed to carry out your duty.
Look, he outlived his usefulness, so Ocelot's gonna kill him. Yeah, let's go. The what? Oh, no.
You tricked me. I understand now.
We know what happens when everything starts going crazy like this. Look, it's Fox Die or something. Oh, it's just like Shadow Moses. It's cool again. Oh, yeah, wait.
Which team are you with? Show me your face. You know who he is.
No, he is not one of mine.
Identify
Oh,
yourself.
Ocelot, you're so cool. Who could it be under the map? Oh god, he's hot.
We meet at last.
Oh look, now there's a ninja! Yeah! Not this time. You don't get my hand this time. Ocelot learned. Look, now there's gunfire and swords. Yeah, never mind, this game rules. I've been too harsh. Never mind, the game rules. Look, I love when it's being just like MGS1, because that's a good game. Look, they've got history. We're moving the plot forward. Yeah. Things are happening. Okay, it's just a game with a slow start, right? Remember when I went out of the way to show that the ninja could block bullets in gameplay in MGS1? Remember? That's why. That's why, so you could see this and get it. Oh. Okay. And our, uh-oh. Oh, well, if only the game would let me move so I could hide more effectively. Or we're gonna call someone on the Kodak to tell them that they're after us.
Like a heart attack.
That's unfortunate. However, we do at least know where the president
It's true, we do.
So there really is a new type of Metal Gear in this place?
Apparently. We're still looking
Oh
into
man, it's gonna be like real cool.
But the nuclear strike was
It's gonna have like oh, what's cooler than a T-Rex? Like Godzilla?
Right. It was a cover-up all along.
Oh no.
Colonel, what are you keeping from me?
I am not keeping back anything. It's not as though I'm told all the facts either.
I'm getting a little Shadow
I'm doing
Moses-y in
everything I can to look into
here.
all this. Just be a little patient. Our priority
Maybe
is
the
to
game
the
will start to
president
get good
right now.
too.
We can take it that they've completed the password entry and are preparing Metal Gear for a nuclear strike. Get to the president as soon as possible.
Alright.
But the president is cooperating with them.
According to Ames, yes. But it's also true that they're about to get rid of the president. There's something else going on here, and the president may be able to tell you what it is when you see him in person.
Imagine if the snake who Dead Cell answers to looked like Pliskin, and Pliskin looked like the old man. Imagine if they
Jack,
used
I agree with the Colonel. You
that.
need to
Yeah,
protect the
that would be
president for now.
interesting. That would make me feel more like, you know, there was a ruse that made sense. But instead it's just kind of,
Who's there?
oh. Hey. Yeah, he don't care. He don't care about our box. That would be interesting. Genuinely, I think that would be really cool. If they did something like that, like if their appearances were flipped. I still think they would need to have, you know, the same voice for any of it to make any sense. Again, I love King Solid Snake, terrorist leader King Solid Snake's voice. I think it is really cool, again, especially in the digital graphic novel. But, you know, I think maybe to claim that this game is so perfectly aged and is a masterpiece with no flaws, I think it's just being disingenuous. I think you're letting a little too much slide because you like the idea of the narrative themes rather than truly loving the whole game, because I do quite like this game. I love MGS1, but I like this game enough to where I do know where everything's located, and maybe I don't always take the best path to everything. But, you know, that guy has a pretty big gun. We don't want to mess with him. He's one of the attack teams. He's actually got a SPAS 12, which can kill you very quickly. Oh. Oh! And there, he demonstrated it for us.
Who's there?
Well, remember what I was saying about... Oh! Well.
Jack, what's going on? Answer me! Jack!